to negotiate with government, what will that be? How much would you recommend?
How much would you recommend?
Thank you very much. Let's take the first cadre of the teaching profession, teachers that have the teacher certificate. That's the least qualification. For that teacher to live like a human being, we are talking about a living wage, something to take care of that teacher for a month. It's nothing less than 6,000 leons.
6,000?
6 million all leons.
Okay.
For a teacher with a TC.
Right. Next category.
For a teacher with HTC, because salaries are paid based on the qualifications you have. For a teacher with HTC, we'll talk into like 8,000 leons, 8 million all leons. And a teacher with master's degree. That is a living wage. That is a wage that the teacher can manage with. For a teacher with master's degree, let's say 10,000 leons or 10 million all leons. That is something like a minimum wage you can keep that teacher for a month. But let me tell you something.
But you said the problem is not the increment of their salaries.
It's the economy.
So how about if like he rightfully asks, how about if they give that set amounts that you've highlighted? Will there still not be a problem?
Well, that is why government has to take care of the inflation rate of the country. Because over the years, we don't take care of our inflation rate. The dollar to the leone. You pay that teacher, as I said, 10 million leons, it will not take that teacher for a month. Well, what I want to say here is this. Government has established what we call the Wages and Compensation Commission to harmonize the salaries of public sector workers across the country, including teachers. For example, if you look at the parastatals that we have, the commissions that we have, whether the Electoral Commission, the Teaching Service Commission, the Human Rights Commission, you name the commissions that we have in Sierra Leone. Go to those commissions and find out how much each worker there earns as a salary. Some of them are receiving up to 45 million old leons a month, 45,000 new leons. Some of them are receiving up to 60 million old leons. And the person with a master's degree in that commission receiving something like a 60 million leons a month, all leons, or 60,000 new leons with a master's degree. Look at the counterpart of that particular person, a master's degree holder in a secondary school receiving something like 2,000 leons or 2 million leons. See the salary disparity. And that is why we, as a union, appreciate President Bio's setting up of this Wages and Compensation Commission to harmonize the salary.
You have hope in something as, vague as that.
What?
As that. It's just a commission.
It's just a commission.
Doesn't signify that these salaries will be harmonized tomorrow.
Well, what I am saying, we are calling on.
You think it has your best interest?
Yes, it will serve the teacher's best interest because they will harmonize. The task of that commission, the responsibility of that commission, is to harmonize the salaries of the public sector workers, including teachers.
Mr. Kuyateh, are you a teacher?
I'm a teacher, of course.
How many years have you taught for?
I've taught for something like 35 years.
Are you quite okay with your wage, your monthly wage?
We are not okay.
Are you okay?
We are not okay. I'm not okay. Let me be specific to myself. I'm not okay. Because the reason why, I live in Freetown here. Let me not talk about teachers living in the provinces.
Okay.
I pay house rent for 2 rooms and a power, moderately, something like 12,000 leons a year. That's about 12 million leons a year. And my salary is not up to 2,000 leons. How do you expect me to pay the rent for a year?
Which is why.
So some of the issues we are talking, some of the things that is affecting me as a teacher affect other teachers, and that is why as we celebrate World Teachers Day this past Saturday, these are some of the things we discuss, our conditions of service.
We'll come into that shortly. Okay. Let me just ask this: so you pay up to 10,000 or more for your yearly rent. Do you have kids?
I have 5 kids.
5 kids.
5.
And you're making less than 2,000 a month.
A month.
Now, do you think, honestly, that given your situation, things like bribery and corruption would appeal to you, given that your salary is very low?
And that is where the teacher integrity lies. That is where the teacher's professionalism lies.
And do you think your integrity will be compromised because of this?
Because of the low salaries, of teachers, because of their present condition, Alfonso Mali have just stated some of the challenges teachers have in this country. It will be very, very, very difficult
for you not
teachers
to involve in corruption.
So what the teacher will do is to find other means.
Like what means have you been finding?
Fine.
Personally?
Fine. Like my very self, in my house where I am, I have a small shop to sell goods like provisions and other things, just to upkeep my status as a teacher. Understand? In the provinces, some teachers are farmers.
How much time do you spend in the classroom, Mr. Kuyateh?
We spend about, let's say...
Personally, I mean.
Personally? It depends. For the primary school teacher, let me start with the primary school.
Are you a primary school teacher?
I'm a secondary school teacher.
Okay.
For the primary school teacher, remember a primary school teacher teach all the subjects. He's given a class and he takes care of that class for the entire day. But for the secondary school teachers, they teach on period basis, based on the period.
Okay.
If you're an economics teacher, you have your periods.
So I'm referring to you. How much time do you spend in the classroom teaching your pupils?
For a day.
For a day?
For a day. You spend about 3-4 hours to teach
4
the
hours?
pupils. Yes, 4 hours.
Based
on the periods you have.